Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Who's Next. And welcome back. My name is Naeem Muhammad, your host of Who's Next, where we're looking for the best rappers, writers, reciters, nasheed artists, spoken word artists, whatever you can think that we'll be celebrating in the community next is going to be found here in this competition show. Directly to my right, give it up for my co-host, Abdul Malik. Oh, I'm sorry. Introduce yourself.
My name is Abdul Malik Ahmed.
I thought it was like the Native D show when we were on stage.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And directly to his right is
Joshua Salam. I had this whole thing laid out and everything.
okay. And directly to his right,
Joshua.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, things aren't coming together the way they normally do. But actually, again, thank you guys for coming back to Who's Next. I hope you've been on this journey with us from the beginning. And if not, you can always go all the way back. There have been weeks and weeks of competition that's been happening thus far. Yep. And we've been seeing some really good artists. And every week or every episode, I'm looking forward to that next person who's going to present something that that'll get me going, that'll get me excited, and to see what the community has in store. So what I wanted to ask you guys before we get started on this next artist, especially many of these people, this will be the first time that they've gotten into a studio if they are one of the 8 people who will be on the mixtape. For someone who's going to be their first time in studio, what would be some suggestion that you may give?
Wow, I didn't think about that. This would be some of the first time in the video. I mean, in the studio.
Yeah,
And in the video.
and in the competition. One more, and what else?
Yeah. I would say, give me some time. You go first.
Wow,
Josh is usually very verbose
that's called
and very
shade thrown.
gregarious. He's usually very gregarious.
We're done with vocabulary. That was the last episode.
Oh man. So I think that when they come into a studio, they have to realize that the process is not immediate. That you go in there and the guy comes and he's like, all right, that was good, but I need you to do it again. And then I need you to do it again. And then I need you to do it. And then I need you to do this one part again. And then I need you to do this chorus. I need you to do it like 10 times over and over and over and over. And each time say it at a different octave. The point is that it's not just, you're not Jay-Z in here. You know, it's not one
Not
take.
one take, one
No,
dish.
you just, you know, so it takes a while.
Okay. What about you?
That's important. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot about that. It gets grueling sometimes, and it gets annoying, and you wish you hadn't written a song. And,
it can be disarming. After a while, you
Mm-hmm.
can feel like, why am I in this booth? I want to
Right.
get out of this booth.
Yeah.
I'm finished with everything.
So I highlight what Abdul Malik said. I would add to that you have to do your best to pretend that it's just you. Like there's nobody out there telling you to do it over and over and over again. Every time you let go of the vocals, you just have to pretend that this is just me. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody cares about it. And that way, you're not worried. Because when you sing at home, do you worry about when you're off tune or anything, or when your voice cracks? You don't worry about that. You just keep singing that song because it's on, and you love it. You got to try to get to that comfort level in the studio where it's just you. It doesn't really matter because that will translate in the album, in the CD or whatever it is. People will kind of feel that this person singing from the heart as opposed to, oh, this is my 118th take and I'm just trying to get through it.
Right.
So maybe somewhere blending those things.
I mean, the things I add to that too, I think what I'd say to people is prepare ahead of time. One, those 100 takes, whatever it takes, depending on where you're doing it, that's costing you money.
That's true.
Especially if you're paying for studio time, the engineer, he's going to take his time doing everything. We've lived through it where the guy's like connecting all his hard drives up and he's turning on he's flipping.
You ever seen that movie Zootopia? He was like Flash. the slow slide.
Slog.
the
I
Slog.
was like,
Yeah.
what? I was like,
Oh, that's what his name, right? Flash.
Flash.
okay. All right. Yeah, because it's burning money for him. I mean, and he's getting paid by the hour. So first off, and the other thing too is be prepared so that you know your part 100%. You don't want to be in the booth figuring it out. You want to do your best to have as much of it ready to go, and then when you get that base level layer on, then you can get in there, experiment, and do some of those things and just really let it rip. But you want to go in there prepared and ready to work. You don't want to go in there and figuring everything out because it's costing you money, it's costing you time, and taking away from what you'll be able to get done on the day. So those are some things I tell people.
Just for the record, though, you know, all the stuff that you guys are saying, I've subscribed to some things to pay for this. You know, they got this writer's class for writing screenplays and things like that. We should pay for this is valuable information, man.
It's called community service.
You can community service right here, man. I got room for community service.
Speaking of the community, this next contestant is someone from our community in the Northern Virginia area, from Sterling, Virginia.
Oh, from Sterling.
It's a rap from a good brother, Ali Altalib.
Oh, we know him.
All right. I think, was he one when we had the open house?
I think he was in there, yeah.
Oh.
Let's see.
All right, well, maybe. I mean, let's see what he has to say. You know, I mean, again, this is one of the serious ones. He said, this song was inspired by the passing of someone very special, who was like an older brother to me. He returned to the most merciful a few years ago at the tender age of 35. This had a profound effect on me, and a few days after his passing, I decided to write some of my feelings down in spoken word format. My wife convinced me to add a beat to it and turn it into a rap song. I've held it close to the chest ever since. But I heard about this competition and I decided it would be a good way for me to pay tribute to him and possibly allow others who lost loved ones to relate. I'm 32 years old and I reside in Sterling, Virginia. Let's hear it. Ali Altalib.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I miss you, Afi. Yo, this is my attempt to try to get some closure. We just put you in the dirt and it's supposed to be all over, but I'm walking like a drunk and I'm waking up hungover, begging Allah to lift this haze, man, I wanna wake up sober. Whenever I'm alone, the thoughts of you take over. Anger fills my heart and it gets a little colder. I wanna persevere, I wanna be a soldier, but as the time progresses, man, I'm only feeling older. My emotions are unclear to me, like a Vulcan to a foreigner. They say I should be crying, but I'm staring blindly at the corner, waiting for a message or a sign. I guess I'm clearly not the normal. When trying to express my pain, it comes out very formal. Ali's gone, make dua. There's his dad, console him. There's his mom, give her a hug. Man, your absence is transforming. People say you're an angel now, watching over us. They're coping, they're full of it. I know you're dead, I won't see you in the morning, or at night, or at noon. Dude, you've left my heart corroding. I'm acting strong, but something's wrong, like my life's imploding. But enough of me, let's talk about you. Your life was worth exploring. It was a beautiful thing when we put you to rest. Even the sky was morning, sunny and bright, no cloud in sight. Yet the rain was pouring like tears from heaven. Ajab 777, I can't move on ignoring your impact on our lives. Your kind-hearted distortions of truth and logic. Your pain was chronic, you led with your emotions. Your wrath was fierce, but your heart brought peace. Your compassion filled up oceans. You're one of a kind, a humble pride. Now I know why you felt foreign, at odds with the fake, like the venomous snake, battling that compulsion. I get it now, it all makes sense, why you felt so dormant. The world kept turning, while evil's lurking, finding it discordant. A heart like yours can never be matched in a world filled with explosions, greed and hate. This evil state, I wonder where their souls went. Yo, a soulless solace from an empty promise. The devil's at the forefront, but you fought him back like needle tracks, bro. I know you scarred him, you made him weaker, will scar him deeper. Your death is our reminder, We'll fight them with fire, we'll fight them with light. We'll fight them all day, no resting at night. We'll keep on fighting till we got you in sight. Standing tall, heeding the call, waiting at the pearly whites. God willing, God's graces, God's mercy, God's power. Inshallah, we'll destroy the shaitan scowl to the last hour. Till we see nothing but shaitan's cower. Till nothing exists but Allah's power. When the earth trembles and the mountains crumble. When the lightning strikes and the skies thunder. When the deeds are exposed and the pharaohs are humbled. When the sun and the moon become one and the sky is cleft asunder. We'll stand together as brothers. Yeah. We'll stand together as brothers, praying for Allah's shade to stand under, loving only for His sake, never even wondered, never wandered, never doubted our bond, never faltered, always custom fitted, but never altered. So if the grave gets tight and no one else could be faulted, know that Allah's the most merciful and the ceilings are vaulted. And when your limbs bear witness to all of your actions, and you're being judged for how your soul was impacted, and your sins are brought forth and fully accounted, Al-Ghaffar is the forgiver, no matter how drastic. And when the ink dries up and your book is demanded, yeah. When the ink dries up and your book is demanded, may God forgive your wrongs, and in your right hand it lands, kid. Allah yarhamak.
All right.
I'm gone.
What? What happened? What happened? Ali Altalib.
All right, I'm back.
One of the local brothers.
Woo!
We're local brothers. All right, who wants to get into this? Who want to get into this?
Me?
All right.
Man. Well, see, I'm biased, man, because I knew the brother.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I knew the brother. I knew the brother well too. You know, we did martial arts together.
You got it. The audience needs to know which brother you're talking about.
I know both of the brothers, but I knew the brother that he's talking about was passed away. So, and I knew how much it was a shock to me. But even to the audience who doesn't know who did not know the brother, just the lyrical magic that he put together, if I can use that term, you know, to describe it and to describe his feelings of what he went through, and then, you know, and how he was dealing with it, and then I think I'm impressed.
All right. What about you, Brother Josh? What are you feeling?
What, did he say where the beat came from?
No, he just said, and you know, it's good. It's good to have a good wife by your side. He said his wife said, "Why don't you put a beat behind it?"
Put something on it.
Yeah. Maybe she was like, maybe she's back there DJing and stuff.
Yeah. Now
No?
I think it's a one. You know, we probably have to put a new beat. You know, this might be something out there.
It was a nice
But
beat.
it was a nice
No,
beat.
this
It was
is
a nice beat.
I don't think this.
He has that like that Eminem light
Yeah.
type of flow.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like
It was
it has that suburban enunciation to it. You know,
suburban enunciation.
yeah, like he enunciates everything.
He's not slurring like people do.
He's not slurring,
Blah, blah, blah.
but it creates that the way that he pronounced everything and the way that he rapped, and it had the Eminem-esque type of flow. It made it right for me.
Yeah, and for me, it had like he had that, but he had a little J in him too. It was like he was going between the two. I was like, and even for me, I mean, I'm gonna bring the salt with the sweet, because he was with that whole Eminem kind of like off kilter with the beat sometimes, and that works sometimes. And there were times, because the way it was written, there were times that he should have just stayed on the mark, and it would have just smashed the whole thing, and it would have just been amazing. But I think, man, I think this could be large. I think it could be huge.
And he answered my question at the end, because I was like, man, how come he never was like, this is basically like a video. Like, how come he never turned to the camera and started? But it's because he wasn't playing anything at the gravesite, and I know that graveyard. So there was no way he would have been able to be on beat with it, unless he had he could have cut back to him at a different place, you know, rapping to the thing. But he basically had a full music
Yeah, he
video
had it
there.
nice. But let me ask this: like, do you think a chorus could come? Like, a
Yeah,
hook,
he needs a
hook?
chorus. He needs a
He
chorus.
needs a hook, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's one of
Yeah.
the lines that he already he just repeats it over. You know, he had a couple good lines in there.
Yeah.
A couple? Hey,
No, I mean, I'm saying that,
just a couple.
he had a bunch.
He had a
You know,
bunch.
when we- yeah.
It did need a chorus. But choruses aren't easy, so I know it's just easier to rap the whole thing. But put a chorus on that.
Hook, yeah.
Keep your wife's beat on it. Nice.
Now I kept on talking about surprising and stuff like this. Like I said, even when he came to perform at the we saw him perform before, I didn't even know he had skills like that, or he could rhyme or anything like that. I really think that could go. I think it could really go somewhere with some production behind it, with the producer in the studio who's like, all right, we're going to do this again. And you hit it, boom, on the boom.
That's why I walked out. I was done.
Boom. And I think,
Nothing to say, right?
I think there's something large
What
here.
you want me to say?
But again, it's not just about what Naeem, Abdul Malik, and Josh would think. It's about what you think.
It kind of is.
A little bit,
No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding. So what do we
What
want to
we
know?
say does matter a little bit, right? Just
Right.
a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Does this also fit into the category? Are you scared to see the brother at Juma? You gonna see him at Juma? Be like after the video?
No comment. But if I see him, I do see him. I see him regularly.
Yeah.
That was nice. It was nice,
Cool.
and it was nice the way he put it all together.
Yeah.
It was very
Someone held the
professionally
camera.
done. Somebody held the camera, but also the way that they held the camera. I mean, it wasn't just holding the camera. They had the right shot angle, getting him making dua, walking. Even he changed the filter on the camera at one point in time. It was
Effects
nice.
on there.
And look how it ended. Look at that.
Yeah. I think he did a great job.
How we gonna end it? When we do a music video, we just gotta replicate what he did just to the nth level. Saying?
Now you're gonna steal people's ideas.
No, I'm saying, we're gonna produce music videos
Oh,
for these people.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He already got the music video.
I
He's
know,
done.
but he's done. No,
I do
we
like
gotta-
his
we gotta
new
go.
mathematical term. We're going to take it to the nth level.
Well, I want to see what level you guys take it to by voting, and the way you vote is by likes. So if you're on our Dean TV page, click like there, and please leave comments. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, leave your likes there as well, and comment, and please share with as many people as possible. We want the world to hear these messages that these young artists are creating and sharing with all of you guys. And of course, as always, we hope that together we'll find out
Who's next?
It sound like
I got it this time.
This Dean TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world, by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S., and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Joshua Salam. Thank you so much for watching. It's wonderful to have you. If you want to see more videos like these, please click here. That's right. Thank you. See you next time.